Perspective on Florida Gateway College Television is sponsored by Potash Corp of White Springs. Potash Corp, helping nature provide.
Hello everyone and welcome to Perspective. This is a public affairs presentation of Florida Gateway College. My name is Mike McKee and my guests on the program today are going to talk about the Altrusa Club of Lake City. We have the incoming president Jill Adams and past president Teresa Morgan. We'll also talk about Get Fit Lake City, which has been a tremendous success for the club here in Lake City. We'll do that when we come back. Don't go away.
Ballerina. Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Perspective on Florida Gateway College Television. Jill Adams is the incoming president of the Altrusa Club of Lake City and Columbia County, and Teresa Morgan is a past president. She's coordinator or chair of the Get Fit Lake City initiative that the club has undertaken for a second straight year. Welcome to the program, ladies. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, there may be some folks out there, I know and I don't understand why someone wouldn't know what the Altrusa Club is all about because you're so active in the community. What is the Altrusa Club for those who may have missed you?
Well, Altrusa, I describe it to many people as a female version of the Rotary, although we do allow men to join us. Altrusa is a service organization. It's actually international, and we are a builder of women. Locally, we have about 100 women that are professional and business women in our community, and we work hard to serve Columbia County.
Now, you have different projects that you do, including Get Fit, which is we're going to talk about a little bit later. What other things are you involved in the community?
Altrusa each year determines what is the best project for us to serve the community, but many of our projects are ongoing. Literacy is a big part of Altrusa every year. We support the college every year through scholarships. We do the Salvation Army bell ringing. We have a very active group of women, and we like to serve the middle school girls for what we call Girls Summit. So it's a Saturday afternoon that we get to invest in young girls in our community.
Okay, I know that you and I talked before about a backpack initiative. Teresa, what is that?
We have a lot of children in our community that don't have food at home. We have a lot of homeless children in our community too, unfortunately. But the backpack program is a program where we pack backpacks with healthy food, and we send those backpacks home with these kids every weekend. They leave with them on Friday, they bring them back to school on Monday morning, and then we repack them for the next weekend so that they have good, healthy food at home.
Now, and this is a problem, a lot of kids go home and there's nothing in the house to eat. Maybe, when I go home, if there's crackers to snack on and things like that, and these kids don't, and if they do, it is unhealthy food.
Right. And we've really focused this year on getting the unhealthy food out of these packs, the cheaper food. And we say no more Little Debbie's. So we've got fruit and we've got granola bars, and we even have some food that if they don't have a microwave at home, they can still have good food.
Now, there's another thing that you're doing at Happy House, Jill. You mentioned to me about a garden, or was that you, Teresa, that said something about a garden?
Yeah.
You're teaching kids really, really young.
Right. We've got the kids at Happy House involved. We have a vegetable garden that we have taught them. Several of our Altruisans have led this, and they are growing vegetables, and they're learning not only about the vegetables themselves and about the growing process, but they're also learning about bees and pollination, and then of course they're going to harvest this food at the back end and eat it. So, and they're trying some foods that they had never eaten before. So this has been really fun for us, and the kids love it. They are just having the best time. The teachers love it too.
You know, it's crazy. Sometimes kids will go to a grocery store and all they know is the food is in a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get that? Your background is in farming, so you know how things are grown and how raising cattle and things like that, but there's a lot of kids who don't know what it is.
It's a wonderful opportunity for starting at a very early age for children to really be active in what they eat. And that's really a way we can incorporate them taking an active part and truly being physically active as well, and plus learning where their food comes from.
Now I know that the big thing, and this is I guess it's the biggest project that the Altrusa Club undertakes every year, is the thing called Get Fit Lake City. And this all stems from some bad statistics that Columbia County got through the health department, that we are we don't eat right, and we're an unhealthy, or we're just unhealthy people here in Columbia County. So Altrusa decided to take this project over. Talk about how the beginnings of it, Teresa. You were big in it last year.
Yeah, in 2013 we learned that our county was 55th out of 67 counties in terms of health. And childhood obesity is a huge problem with our children, statewide, certainly countywide. And we took this as a project. Our president at that time, Mantha Young, asked if I would figure out something and lead some kind of fitness project to help fight childhood obesity. And so what we did was we tried to get the entire community involved. We wanted the children involved, we wanted the adults involved. So we had 3 segments to the program. We had The Biggest Loser, which is a program, a competition where adults weigh in at the beginning of the 16-week period, weigh out at the end, and then of course we announce a winner of whoever lost the greatest percentage of weight during that period of time. We also get the businesses involved. Last year we had a fittest business competition. We had the fittest large, medium, and small businesses, and that was all determined based upon the exercise that the people in the businesses did during the course of those 16 weeks. And then I think the most successful part of this project has been the children. We have a mileage club. The competition is called the Fittest School, and we have all the 4th and 5th graders and all 9 of our elementary schools participating. And for every mile that a child either walks or runs, they get a toe token. It's a little colored foot that they wear on a chain around their neck. So if you see children walking around the community with this necklace on that has these colored tokens on it, that's what it's all about. And it would be great if you asked them about it, because they're really excited to tell you how they won all these tokens. Last year we had about 8,000 miles covered by our children. This year we have already given out 26,000 tokens. So we have a lot more miles that have been covered this year. The schools have really gotten into it. They have no idea who's in first place, but it's interesting because it's kind of moved from the kids up. We thought this would be an up-down program, and the kids have gotten their teachers involved. So the teachers are now out there walking and running and exercising with the kids. It's been a great way to get them outside, off of the video games, and out into the fresh air exercising like it was when we were kids. So.
And that's, I think, what Altrusa's success in this program is that you're calling attention to what we all used to do when we were kids. Before we got the sedentary lifestyle of going home and looking at a computer or watching TV, these kids are actually doing and exercising,
yes.
which is
yes.
in any component of a healthy life, exercise. And for being in the medical field, you know that you have to exercise. You just can't diet. You have to be active as well.
You have to be active. Recently, Mike, I was at a youth event in our community, and I was helping with casting of fishing. It was a fishing game, and a young man, Justin, came and he had his necklace with his toe tokens, and he was so proud of his 8 to 10 tokens he had on his necklace, and he was excited. It was early in our project. When you meet the children, they'll tell the story.
Yeah, it's a great thing. And I tell you what, we've got a story we want to show you of success in the Columbia County school system. Let's take a look at that right now.
Since the students at Pine Mount Elementary School got involved in the Get Fed campaign in January, they've walked and ran a total of more than 11,000 miles. As was the case last year, for every mile the students run or walk, they receive a token and then proudly wear them on their necks.
For me, it's fun, and I take it seriously because it's fun, because it's like you don't have to do it, but you can do it if you want. But I enjoy doing it because when the wind sways on you, it feels good.
It helped me with my cardiovascular endurance, and it helped me run without getting hurt, with my side hurting as much as I used to. We're all pushing. We all are trying to be in a competition.
The teachers at Pine Mount say they've been excited to see the enthusiasm displayed by the students.
And as they've continued to do this, they've loved it. They choose to participate in the initiative instead of going to the playground now. So I'm sure that if the initiative lasted until the end of the school year, they would continue to do that.
Pine Mount PE coach Mike McCrae believes the more kids exercise, the better they do academically in the classroom.
I believe it goes hand in hand. You wanted to be able to develop mind and body. And I do commend Altrusa for bringing this to the school system in order for us to be able to use this tool to help our students become better, not only with academics, but to reduce obesity.
Pine Mount Elementary, an enthusiastic and involved school in the Get Fed campaign.
Great story, and for every one that we show, there's got to be 4 or 5 more like that. I know that the PE teachers at the school system get really involved. Now, I understand you also, with the money you raise in the club during the year, you also donate money back to each of the schools. Talk a little bit about that.
That was our goal, is with regard to the money. We wanted to put the money that we raised back into health and fitness for our children in the community. We had no idea how much money we were going to raise, but last year we were able to put $10,000 back into our community. We put $5,000 into the backpack program to improve the health of the foods that we're putting in the backpacks, and we're now serving 46 children, our club is, in our community. And then we gave $500 to each of 10 elementary schools to their PE department so that they could purchase new equipment, do new things to get the kids outside and exercising. So we're really proud about that, and we're hoping that this year we'll be able to do something similar to that, and that we'll have plenty of money to do it with. So
now talk about I get notices all the time from the Altrusa Club because the college is participating in the fittest business. Mm-hmm. And so you've got stuff almost every weekend where you'll talk about the exercise in downtown Lake City. You have like a group that gets together and just exercises as a group.
What we have is each of our partner gyms, all of the gyms in the community have partnered with us, and each of the gyms have taken a weekend where they will have some kind of fitness activity that they lead downtown in Lake City at the Darby Pavilion. There also have been other events that were already scheduled throughout this period of time, such as 5Ks or other runs and things like that, and we've incorporated those into the weekends. We have one of our Altrusans who sends a message out every week, a communication to kind of keep everyone on track that's in the Biggest Loser program. And it's an inspirational type message, and that also lets everyone know what's going to be coming up that weekend. We started it off with a really big fitness event down at the Darby Pavilion at the beginning of the year. It was freezing cold that weekend, but we had a lot of fun. We're going to be finishing it up on May 1st. That's a Friday with our Get Fit finale. And that is going to be a really fun evening. It's a Friday evening from 5:30 to 7:30 where people of all ages can come out, find out who our winners are, find out who the fittest school is, what the Fittest Teachers Classroom is, find out who our Biggest Loser winners are, and we'll just have all kinds of fitness activities for everyone to participate in that evening.
Last year we had the finale here at the college as well. We had a 5K in the dark, which was a little scary, but it's amazing the number of people that are into running 5Ks.
Yes.
I know that at the snow day we had Dashing for the Snow,
Dashing Through the Snow.
5K, which that never used to happen around here. Do you think
Yeah.
that's because of the attention the Altrusa Club's getting?
You know, I think that the people in our community are eager for more fitness opportunities. We really do have kind of a generation of runners that are growing up in our community. The lake is a great draw because that's just about a mile around, so it's amazing. My office is across the street from the lake, so I see people over there walking and running all the time. I think the Altrusa program has certainly helped. I just think people are eager for something to do as a community to get out and exercise.
Well, I know that I'm on a committee with the health department, and obesity and the problems that occur because of obesity are a concern for the health department. And we had a summit on obesity, and a lot of it was brought up was the rural communities like Lake Butler. There's no place to run.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in a cow pasture over there, there's really no place. So I guess folks are coming to Lake City to do their exercising here. And I think the 5Ks are great. I think you're going to, the fitness activities on the 1st of May are going to be here in the field by our conference center, which is going to be great. Is there a message that you want to tell someone? Is it never too late to start becoming fit?
Oh my goodness, it's certainly never too late to start. I think I'm probably a prime example of that. I turned 59 this year. I turned 60 later this year. At 55, I ran the New York City Marathon after breaking my back 5 years earlier. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to walk again, and I was able to run the marathon. So it is never too late. It doesn't matter what kind of condition you're in. I'm not suggesting that you train for a marathon, but certainly you can get active, get out and walk, get out and start doing some other activities to move your body around, improve your eating. It's amazing how much better you'll feel if you clean up your diet, eat more fruits and vegetables, and drink more water. Really focus on the amount of water that you're drinking through the day, and you will feel so much better. Just get up and move. Get out from behind the computer, get out from the television set, get outside, breathe some fresh air. You will feel better, and everybody around you will appreciate your mood.
Now I know that a couple of weeks ago, the reporter had an article that said Lake City and Columbia County has improved from, I guess, what is it, from 55th in 2014 to 54th unhealthy. That's a good start, Jill, isn't it not?
That's a great start, but what I loved in the article is what would the number been without Get Fit, without the health department, without the initiatives. It's interesting, we moved our event this year to January because we all start with a New Year resolution, and we were so excited on our first year. We said, how many Biggest Loser contestants will we have? We said, oh, if we get 50, that will be great. Over 260 people took the challenge and joined the Biggest Loser competition. Over 600 pounds lost in that competition. And it was great to see people get motivated because it's just small steps. This year, once again, over 150 people joined Biggest Loser. And it was about, if those 250 people had not stopped, said, I need to do something myself, like the article referenced, we've got to take ownership for ourselves. We wanted as a club to be an inspiration for the community to get fit.
You know, it's been a great 2 years. I'm sure the club's going to continue this because I think there will probably always be a problem with not being active and not eating. So you're planning on continuing it with different variations, Teresa? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's really a question for Jill. She's our incoming president, but we did talk about it this morning, as a matter of fact. The need to continue tweaking things, to continue to get more people involved. You know, our business community is so important to the success of this project because that's where the money comes from. So we are so grateful to our business sponsors. And, you know, we need to be good examples for our children. So we need to have the leaders in our community become even more involved. So we're going to work on ways to do that next year. But yeah, I think that this is going to be around for a while.
You know, actually, Teresa and I've discussed this several times, and I'm very pleased. We have Chef Art Smith, which is really very well known in the country. He was Oprah's chef for many years. He's from Hamilton County, which is where I was born and raised. And he actually, if his dates on his calendar work out, right now he has committed to us, he will do our kickoff for Get Fit Lake City next year. So we're excited to have Chef Art Smith join us next January for Get Fit Lake City.
Well, and you know the interesting thing, because you and I talked about this, he had health issues because of the way, you know, he was raised in Hamilton County where you cook country food and you use a lot of things you shouldn't use. He's developed ways to cook countrified but healthy, and I think he's going to share that when he comes to our area, which is kind of neat. Wanted to mention another celebrity that you've got coming, part of Altrusa. This is a book by Andy Andrews. Jill, tell us a little bit about Andy Andrews. He's got a success story in itself that he wants to share.
Andy Andrews, I was first exposed to Andy through the Dave Ramsey Show. He's a close friend of Dave Ramsey, who's Financial Peace University. Andy was homeless at around age 18. Had a man come and visit him named Jones, who shared a little perspective in his life. Didn't put him up in a hotel room, didn't bring him a meal, but gave him a library card. Took him to the library and helped to show him that there were people who had had some hard knocks in their life, like Andy, who had lost both of his parents, and yet they were successful. And it is actually emotional for me to talk about the chance for Lake City and our surrounding communities to have an opportunity to hear Andy Andrews live. So October the 15th, so I want you to mark your calendars. October the 15th, Florida Gateway College has partnered with Altrusa, with the Chamber, and with the Rotarians to bring Andy Andrews to this community to talk about what you can do to improve your life and to share a little perspective from his own journey. So I am just overwhelmed with excitement at the possibility of, one, getting to meet Andy Andrews. He has opened many Women of Faith conferences with Patsy Claremont. Like I said, he's a close personal friend of Dave Ramsey and is often a guest on that show. He is an author of the book that Mike showed you, The Noticer. So over the next few months, if you want to get to know Andy, look him up online, order his book, The Noticer, but please write it on your calendar and come join us here at the college at the Howard Conference Center on October 15th.
Yeah, I guess, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but you got to get your mind right in order for everything else to, you know, you got to make a commitment about your life, and then if weight is an issue, then you need to do that. And Get Fit Lake City finale is this Friday, May the 1st, here at Florida Gateway College. It'll be by the conference center. There'll be some exercise activities there. If you'd like more information, if you want to talk to an Altrusan, you can look at their Facebook page and you can call the college and we'll get you in touch with an Altrusan on how you can be involved in Get Fit Lake City. Don't think it's too late for you, right? I mean, if there's an opportunity for everyone to start doing this. If you can run a marathon after breaking your back in New York City, you can do. Anybody can do anything,
That's right.
and the excuse of because you live on a farm doesn't cut it. I mean,
Doesn't cut.
come to Lake City, get a gym membership, lose the weight, and recognize these kids that are doing so much in the school system to try to live a healthy lifestyle at their age. And again, ladies, I'll say this out loud: you got to change the mindset of kids if you want them to, you know, once they get into that sedentary lifestyle, it's very hard to change. If you can get them active when they're young, it's half the battle. Thank you both
Absolutely.
for being on the program.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for watching Perspective here on Florida Gateway College Television. Hope to see you out here on Friday night for the Get Fit finale. Until next time, I'm Mike McKee. So long.